Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon, even if it's just to do it for maybe like a tad longer. Just still a few videos of Disney I want to talk about when it comes to the movies or whatever. So, not that I'm running out of material for Disney folks. Well, trust me, I have plenty of material to go on with Disney. I couldn't go on and on and on and on and on for weeks on end just talking about Disney related stuff. So I'm just gonna go straight to it for a bit longer to talk about a few more things before I'll go into some other stuff. But since I've reviewed already a few special editions of some Disney movies, I think I'll do that again, but with a personal favorite of mine. A film I've spoken about before, and I do have a history with. And I saw an animated film that's quite old. I mean, really, really old. But that's nothing new there because considering the fact that I do review old movies anyway on this channel, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much became typical on this channel. It's quite old, and it's definitely a favorite of mine. Even though, despite the fact that unfortunately it was a box office success, I mean, yeah, okay, it did get a cult following over the years, so that counts for something, I guess. But anyway, I'm reviewing a special edition of Alice in Wonderland. It's the 2-disc special edition, of course. So that's the version I want to talk about. It's on DVD, so yeah. I've made videos about this film before, and among other video discussions as well, but over the years, of course, YouTube removed these videos because of copyright infringement or whatever, which obviously is really annoying because a lot of effort are being placed on these videos just to ultimately get deleted just because of this site friend really, I guess you could say, this failed system that they have, really. Yeah, just this whole fair use thing is just really bothersome, of course. And it really messed up my other YouTube channel in a lot of ways. But okay, let's not make this video about that because that's not what this video is about. Just giving you a little backstory here. But yeah, I've made videos about this film before, like multiple times before in the past. But the vast majority of them are now destroyed. Thanks a lot. So yeah, I've been talking about Alice in Wonderland. At least it's better than the god awful remake that I made some time ago. Yeah, it was terrible. Just easily one of the worst. I know Tim Burton was on his own version on that, but ultimately, just no. Just no. Just big fat no. It was not very good at all. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to be reviewing the special edition of this film because it's definitely one of my favorite films. I've already reviewed this movie in the past, of course, but there's going to be a different edition. So, of course, my rating for it will be different, judge on the extras and, so on and so forth. So, yeah, the film itself, the story and all that's fine. But still, yeah, I'll be covering the original Alice in Wonderland. Because why not? It's definitely one of my favorite titles from Disney. So anyway, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. As usual, I have to talk about the plot. So let's get into it, shall we? Even though I've already reviewed it. Yeah, and this one, of course, when you see Alice, yeah, she's getting a story read to her, but of course she's easily bored. She wants more out of life. Alice is definitely a young girl who wants, to explore the world, so to speak. She's definitely a curious person, and that's fine. But of course, obviously, she does wonder all about, which eventually led her to Wonderland, this crazy, crazy place. So yeah, the film isn't very long, folks. It's very short, but so the pacing really goes by rather quick. So anyway, the thing is that Alice does follow this white rabbit into the rabbit hole, and of course her cat gets left behind, which of course is something that she brings up for a moment here and there. So yeah, in Wonderland, she does have to deal with the fact that it's all crazy and wild and whatever. It's not exactly a common place that she couldn't call home. I mean, everybody that's in here is, of course, gonna call it home for themselves, but for her, this is definitely something that's not familiar. But this seems to intrigue her anyway, nonetheless, as she explores all around. However, things maybe do become rather chaotic for her, maybe too chaotic, I guess. But of course, she wants to enjoy herself in some ways. But curiouser and curiouser. She wants to look even more because she's she's wondering what's going to happen next. And of course, eventually she wants to go back home, obviously. But and just so you know, folks, this book, yeah, it was based on a book with the same name. And yes, this is definitely one of those times where I've actually read the book. Really, yeah, definitely read the book that's based on this. Really, and I know I usually don't do that. Talk about uh, a film that's based on something I've actually read. Why it's not 100% faithful to the source material, but it does get the nutshell, the overall idea. I mean, there's plenty of scenes that I wish could have made it into the film. I wish, yeah, but no. Like I said, the film isn't very long. I'm not sure if it's because of budget reasons or whatnot, but from what I heard, Walt Disney himself had a version of this film that was a bit more faithful to the source material, but he cut it down because he thought it was too faithful to the material. But I mean, they could have done it anyway. But whatever. So the character of Alice does become bored with her older sister's history lesson on this place. So yeah, they're talking about what had occurred, and she does express that she wants to have an adventure, which basically led her to this riverbank. And there, of course, she spots this white rabbit coincidentally walking by her. So, if anything, this entire thing, her big grand adventure, began simply because she was bored. And that's it. Like right at the beginning of the film, because she was really, really bored. Well, yeah, that happened. So it gets pretty wide for her, folks. It really, really does. So there's that. Yeah, folks, it does get pretty, I guess, crazy in its own little way. But that's one of the things I liked about it. It's all wacky and everything, but it's creative. And of course, again, a quick reminder: it's the special edition I'm talking about. Obviously, it does have two discs, and you have the deleted scene or what have you. So you get to see some bonus material, which is actually really nice. There's some, of course, good quality picture. Of course, obviously, this is gonna look a lot better than what was done for the VHS tape version that was released, of course. So this is definitely something I can say I would recommend if you have not had this film as of yet, of course. So yeah, there's the of course, a lot of attention to detail, of course. I mean, and there's also a short where you know would be about this live action little girl in a cartoon world, led which led to his first impression series, I guess you would say. Successful series and the Alice comedies that was collected on the Walt Disney Treasures, Disney Rarities, Celebrate Shorts, and there's quite a bit of stuff that you can definitely talk about when it comes to this kind of a thing, of course. And I did like what was done here, obviously. So it's definitely something I can say that it's worth it. And I did like what they were trying to go here with this edition, of course. And like I said, it's very short. It's very, very short. The sound quality is actually really good as well. Of course, I like the sound quality in here. And yeah, the subtitles are in French and Spanish, but it can also be dubbed over French and Spanish as well. So that's definitely a good thing here, folks. But I do wish it kind of had more stuff. I mean, there's some stuff in here that's quite alright, I guess. That's pretty good. But more would have been nice, obviously. But and I'm not complaining too much. If I'll get what it can take. I don't mind talking about different versions of movies that I've already reviewed. Maybe I could do more of this more often later. And that's the thing. Just give me an excuse to talk about Alice. Like I said before, I really did enjoy this film. because I like the creativity, I like the premise and whatnot. I like the overall idea. So this is definitely something I would might watch it again and again. I like the whole world that they made for this character as he explores as much as possible. So it's definitely pretty crazy. So like I said, it definitely got a cult following over the years. So that's something. Even though it was a box office bomb, it felt so badly that Walt Disney himself had to apologize for it. Sadly, I know that's something I brought up before, but it just yeah, that's just painful because when someone actually makes a good movie, it's it's not very successful. I know a lot of people out there often complain that a lot of the old movies are better and whatnot compared to the more modern stuff. Well, the thing is that even back then, when people made good movies, it still doesn't guarantee it's gonna be a high success. So he must have done something right. This film must have done something right, folks. Because when you think about it, this version anyway. This version of Alice in Wonderland had multiple editions that was released over years, and I do mean quite a lot. So I guess that's something. I guess, but yeah. Nevertheless, this was pretty good, folks. I like this edition of the film. There's plenty, a lot of cool stuff that was in here, obviously. Like the animation, the colors are very vibrant. Even though it's a DVD I'm talking about, you see a lot of the colors and whatnot. So, alright, any final thoughts? I'm about to just end this, folks. I don't want to keep this on for too long. So, in other words, of course, the singing is too bad. The singing, of course, is something that Disney is known for. The singing, the music in here is really nicely done. I like the lyrics. I like the way the voice acting was done. Like everything about this came out like really nice, of course. And I did like what they were aiming for, of course, with the music. And for the editing of yes, animation has editing, of course. So it was nicely done on that as well. So yeah, there's another. The voice acting was top notch. I really like the voice acting as well. So I like the character design, the animation, all of which came out really professionally made. So yeah, no complaints here really. So anyway, I'll give it an overall rating of a 7.4 out of 10. It's a 7.4 out of 10 for me. And as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah. Yeah, this was definitely a good movie. Yes, sirree. Anyway, take care.